Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Stars at Noon, and this is a new Claire Denis film. In 1984, Nicaragua, a mysterious English businessman and a headstrong American journalist strike up a romance as they become embroiled in a dangerous conspiracy. A lot of fun things going on there. And I, in general, think that Denis' films are really interesting and engrossing, like High Life, and there's some other ones that I really did not like. And this film, definitely, I feel there's a lot of strengths here. There's also some shortcomings in terms of how it all plays out. But I think what works most about this film is this mystery, thriller, conspiracy, paranoid-driven kind of story that's going on. And you feel that throughout the film as certain things start happening, basically caused by some of these government agents, these spies that are greatly heightening up the tension and the stakes of what's going on here, with Margaret Qualley's Trish and Joe Alwyn's Daniel stuck in the middle of this. Now the romance, I could have felt it stronger. I think it's fine. Qualley's a very charismatic young actress, and Alwyn has a very specific kind of way about him. And I feel like a lot of it comes off a little bit cold and distant, and it's not exactly the most engaging of romances between them. But what's interesting is a lot of Trish's interactions in this film, especially from a sexual nature, are distant and uncomfortable. You have a very graphic sex scene towards the beginning of this film where she's basically just being taken advantage by this guy who just is in it for the sex, and she's in it for other reasons, and you could tell how apathetic she is while it's going on, and he's even making weird comments like, "Where are you purring?" And it's just like, "Ugh, will you stop?" And this film obviously does not pull punches in terms of the sexuality aspects of it, and Denis puts Qualley right out there, all natural, and quite a few times. And because her character is this headstrong journalist who's lost her opportunity, so she starts doing things for sex, selling sex for money, and she winds up meeting this character by Alwyn at a bar, and he is this reserved and bit of distant kind of man that definitely has a lot going on behind, under the surface. And us as an audience are trying to figure that out. What's he about? What's he trying to do? And you even have, there's one random cameo in this. I'm like, wait, what? That just comes out of nowhere, and you have Benny Safdie, who just plops in there for a bit towards the end of the film as a CIA agent. And this cast, I think, is a really talented cast. I think even some of the smaller supporting roles for some of the locals, they're really well done. They're memorable. They pull you into the story, and they make things feel authentic. And I think this film is definitely overlong at 2 hours and 15 minutes. And I think the romance could have used a bit more spark. But in general, I think this thriller, this mystery, keeps you engaged long enough for us to really feel connected and wonder what the heck's going on. I want to know what's going on. Who is Daniel? What does he do? Why does this government want him? Why do all these agents want him? What kinds of things could he have possibly done to get caught up in this conspiracy? And we're along for the ride. And Denis brings out that tension, that suspense, for the most part, very impactfully in this gorgeously shot and engrossing romantic thriller. And in many ways, I think this is a big success, even if it does have some very specific shortcomings. And I think that's challenging too, especially if you're coming in this for the romance. Don't know how much that's it might bring you in, but I think the thrills are gonna keep you. But those are my thoughts on Stars at Noon. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.